Hi, I'm Paula Drivas, and this is my book and DVD review, Appetite for America by Stephen Fry and The Harvey Girls Opportunity Bound by Katrina Parks. Performance management, service excellence, and branding are what set Fred Harvey apart. Stephen Fry chronicles Fred Harvey's accomplishments, including building America's first hospitality empire and creating the first chain of anything in America. Carl Lobu Jr., president of Lobu Associates, a business strategy consulting firm, published a case study in 2014 titled Fred Harvey and Performance Management. He suggested that Mr. Harvey had a profound impact on the hospitality industry and on business in general. Fred always managed with data and always measured performance against the standard. We are introduced to the Fred Harvey standards of cuisine and efficiency. Fred invented the practice of large-scale centralized purchasing for national restaurant chains long before McDonald's, Domino's, or Pizza Hut. Fred devoted himself to turning his eating houses into a hospitality empire. I agree with Fry that Fred Harvey revolutionized the hotel and restaurant business thanks to his military style of culinary boot camp. This draws similarity with McDonald's Hamburger University, which emphasizes consistent restaurant operations, procedures, service, quality, and cleanliness. Similarly, Fred Harvey held himself and all his staff to the highest standards of quality, even when they were losing money. In Unit 6, Dr. Gerlich's lesson on service marketing, we are taught that a common type of service is service with a product, which is what Fred Harvey was built on. One of the problems service providers face, according to Dr. Gerlich, is managing the service quality, which was why Fred Harvey always looked at data. According to Lobu Associates, the Fred Harvey standard was well documented and distributed. I believe this fundamental can be applied to any service industry and is critical to success. I agree with Fry that the Fred Harvey system incorporated issues of professionalism, loyalty, and morality. Fred's list of 10 fundamentals can be applied today to any industry. Similarities exist between Fred Harvey's fundamentals and those of the Xanterra Company, which acquired the Fred Harvey Company in 1968. On their website, I found a list of 12 values fundamental to their success, which include leadership, respect, candor, and guest service, amongst others. The first unit lesson in Dr. Gerlich's marketing class stresses the customer is at the center of all marketing activities. As Fry showed us, Fred Harvey also believed this principle. In Chapter 14, Acute Americanitis, Fry reveals Fred Harvey's illness, American nervousness, attributed to great mental activity and toxic relationships, which forced him to retreat to England for mental rest. During Fred's absence, it was important to Ford Harvey, who ran the day-to-day operations from behind closed curtains, that the public believed that Fred Harvey was still in charge and that his highest standards of quality and service excellence were always priority for the company. Even with Fred in Europe, Ford kept his name out of the spotlight. The name of the company would remain Fred Harvey, despite the family succession. I agree that this was ingenious branding and marketing strategy. Ford was deeply involved with the company and kept his own running list of rules for businessmen. Sadly, Ford died on the 8th day of a cold, leaving the family ill-prepared to take over the company. And this brings us back to Dr. Gerlich's Unit 6 lesson regarding uncontrollable factors faced by a service provider, namely economy, technology, competition, politics, and sociocultural environment. Fried doesn't specify why the Fred Harvey Company was eventually bought by Xanterra, but Dr. Gerlich's lesson may shed some light. The sociocultural environment did not allow Kitty Harvey to take over the company, being a female. And the economy had shifted after World War II. People were looking for a cheaper place to eat and sleep. The Howard Johnson Company, a cheaper alternative, was competition for Fred Harvey. On February 2nd, 2001, Fred Harvey died. And when I read that on page 166, I teared. Any great book, just like any great movie, makes the audience connect with the characters and feel as if they know them. I mourned Fred Harvey and Ford and Freddie. And watching the DVD, after having read the book, I felt even more connected with these characters. In Appetite for America, Stephen Fried has given us a great work of nonfiction, which is part history, part business school lesson, part family saga, and and which draws the reader into the mind of a brilliant potwalloper turned trailblazing entrepreneur.